O yea, o yea, o yea. Come, all ye people of sound mind and pureness of heart. Myself, Common Law Malcolm of the Common Law family of Albion, and Common Law Dave, freeman of the parish of Bromley, priest, kingly scribe, and bloody good mechanic. Thanks, Malcolm. That's all right, Dave, but don't interrupt, because this is a very important auricular oration in personam by myself, Malcolm of the Common Law family of Albion. I do hereby declare that all with a soundness of mind and pureness of heart do come forth and join us as common law constables. But because of the divers acts of treason against the people of the British Isles, I hereby declare that we the people are in lawful rebellion against the treasonous government, and I, Malcolm of the People's Common Law Court, do this day trigger Article 61 of the Great Magna Carta. Our rights have been trampled, our common law conveyances and homes are being seized. This means that all good people and tradesmen of the realm can forthwith enter in lawful rebellion and join us. We commit no harm, no loss, no injury, therefore we stand under common law, not as persons, but as people. We are not corporate entities, we do not consent to be corporations. The blood flows, the flesh lives, and the spirit is free, and of course, winning! Winning! Yes, we are! I, Malcolm of the Freeman family, do solemnly declare that as we are in lawful rebellion, we can withhold all taxes, bills, charges and fines coming from any government agency or local authority. I offer comfort to those of you who have lost their houses, cars and investments due to standing under common law, but please remember, it is for the common good of all. We must repeat sincerely and with gusto, in times of despair, disillusion and exhaustion, our now famous and honourable battle cry. As your car is being towed to the pound or your doors kicked in by bailiffs, remember, we are winning! Winning! We are winning! Live flesh and blood people are assembling on village greens in parishes all over the country and partaking in the ancient and noble art of archery. This is our birthright, isn't it exciting? Conventions are being held, training good people like yourselves into becoming the very essence of our common law by becoming constables. We are currently convening common law courts in many parishes and have already tried and sentenced many corrupt and treasonous politicians, civil servants and MPs. They will shortly be arrested and taken to traditional prisons which will be reclaimed under common law. Yes, the Clink prison. Now, sadly, just a museum in Borough, south of the River Thames, and Newgate, which is currently on the site of the Old Bailey. Well, I've got some news for you, everybody. Both of these are shortly to be requisitioned by our common law constables and will revert to their original use. Stocks are being built and will soon be placed on every village green and in front of large shopping complexes such as Lakeside in the common law county of Essex and Bluewater in the common law parish of Greenhithe in Kent. These stocks will be used when the traitors are sentenced. The accused will be fairly and justly tried by common law jury and then taken to the Clink or Newgate, which are a stone's throw away from Parliament. Whilst in custody they will be treated fairly. Each cell will contain a straw bale and a horse blanket. Candles and food will be supplied, but must, as by our tradition, be paid for by the prisoners or their relatives. We must of course uphold the common law, however the judgment in some cases will be harsh indeed. Those guilty of minor offences or those who are merely acting in agency and under instruction are not complicit directly of treason, and they will be in the main treated leniently by the court. They will be dragged naked in public through the streets on the shortest route as the crow flies by coach and four to the nearest village green in their parish of origin, and there they will be placed into the stocks on the village green. This will be announced in the local paper in advance, and rotten fruit supplied freely of charge to all visitors. The rotten fruit for use as projectiles will be available in a large ceremonial dumpster labelled recyclables. These have been requisitioned for our use from the local parish councils. All has been made possible by our pact with New Covent Garden Market particularly Common Law John and Common Law Pat, who have agreed to give us all their spoiled stock, including apples, oranges, bananas, carrots, potatoes and even the occasional kiwi fruit. A most sought after and effective projectile. Well, after being pelted for a maximum of 45 minutes, the prisoner will be released and put to work sweeping the streets and cleaning chimneys, amongst other suitable activities, which will be decided by the local and newly elected Common Law Parish Council. Their workhouse and community activities will last for a period of 6 months, and the guilty will be offered up to a third of their sentences if they partake in the honourable practice of archery. Now, those guilty of more heinous crimes under the Treason Act will not be so fortunate. The more astute amongst you may have noticed that gallows have been appearing at crossroads all over the country. These sites have been carefully selected and are all placed, as is our tradition, near a public house or inn. Public executions are an important part of our everyday life and culture. They provide inspiration, encouragement and are also a fantastic day out and an unbeatable leisure activity for the whole family. All a part of our common law heritage. Indeed, there is little more gratifying than seeing a corrupt official literally peeing their pants and begging for mercy with a black sack over their head before the trapdoor opens, and then swinging by the neck as that reflex action initiates an involuntary bowel movement as they literally and unfortunately crap themselves as they writhe around for that few seconds while their nervous system catches up with their new status as deceased. Oh, isn't this gratifying? We are winning, aren't we? It's fantastic, this. Those hung at the crossroads and in full view of the local pub or inn will remain hanging by the neck from the gallows for 28 days as a local deterrent to corrupt parish councillors, officials, cut purses, beggars, highwaymen and other undesirables. After 28 days, they will be cut down and publicly burned on the nearest Saturday after the aforementioned 28 days. Now, that concludes the first part of my common law manifesto. I am going to bring you more next week if Mark allows me, and I think Mark realises that we really are winning now. I think Mark's coming round to this, and we also, this is between you and me and the gatepost, we have a new monarch in the UK, and I'm going to be announcing him next week. A new common law king we have in ascension. Mark will not be able to believe this. Thanks a lot, Mark. Over and out. Big love.
Join me, Mark Windows, for Windows on the World live every Sunday 9 to 11 PM GMT. Check out our archive and programme stream at windowsontheworld.net.